What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have a combination of living in an urban environment with a lot of culture and beautiful things, but also being able to be around nature.
As someone who's not a Native American, the dream was to come here and do art and be creative and do it at a high level and have it seen by everyone out there, and it's definitely coming true.
I just want to do what I love and be able to make a living off of that.
American dream is like free, like everybody free, and then everybody friendly.
The American dream was to just come to the United States for a better and greener pastures, and I did achieve that.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is November 1st. This is Brad Show Live. I am joined by the one and only Beetlejuice. No, not Beetlejuice. Hey, the one and only Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
He took over my body yesterday.
He certainly did. Like, say it 2 more times. Say it 2 more times, please. And yours truly, Captain Stubing.
Yeah, you're right.
Playing Brad Bernstein, immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
It's actually what would be really funny is if you were truly Beetlejuice, but on 364 days you play the character of Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
You actually never know.
Right? And I was actually Captain Stubing.
Mm-hmm.
But for 364 days I played a character of Brad Bernstein, immigration attorney. And host extraordinaire.
Listen, you never know.
Wouldn't that be like a Twilight Zone
that would be
thing,
like
right?
a good twist.
Right? Wouldn't that be a good twist?
Yeah.
Like to be like, wait, what did I just see, right?
Like,
he's
wait.
really Beetlejuice?
Absolutely.
All right, let me say hello to Mia Montauk. I don't even know if she's really Mia Montauk now. I'm questioning everything. Suzanne Johnson, Ramona Hazel, Brathwaite Gay, Melissa Edwards, Sam with a double S. Can one marijuana possession? But he's in a position with marijuana. Can it be deported? You will just have to find out in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's watching with us today.
Who?
Jeff Bosey.
What? Jeff Bosey? Bosey?
What?
What's up?
I thought he was the guy who got buried in Ireland and said, hey, let me out of the coffin.
Right.
Wasn't that him, the jokester?
That would be him.
That would be him, right? If you watched yesterday, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I'm glad you weren't buried. I'm glad he's alive. Kennedy Roy, how are you? Athua Yaboa says, hey, Brad, how do I get a police clearance from my home country if I moved to the States 4 years ago? It's called the mail. Let's Simone Garraway, how are you? Ma Dukes. Susanna Gooden, Onika Nielsen, Denisha Joseph is watching from wherever she may be. Joelle, Jessica Leamy Reed watching. Jennifer Francis Obanya, Denisha Joseph, Cordella Douglas, and on YouTube.
We are not.
We're not on YouTube, which is why we had to start again.
Right.
Right. There seems to be an outage, a 24-hour outage on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is playing.
It's kind of like a 24-hour virus, but they're calling
games.
They're playing games with us, man.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You think it's YouTube or something more nefarious? I always think it's something more nefarious. I think it's the man.
Do you think it's the man?
I really do.
I actually would believe it would be the man.
I think it's the man. Like, they don't want people to get immigration help.
We have too many people that are against this.
They honestly don't want people to get immigration help. Because I was just even meeting with my attorneys last week when we were going through the new affidavit support requirements. And everybody, to a woman, to a man, we were all saying, you know, if you have a good lawyer, I mean, we're not the only good lawyers in the world, but if you have a good lawyer will get you through.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you don't have a good lawyer, there is no way in hell anybody is going to be able to figure this out and provide the right documentation certainly on the first try, and maybe I don't even know if they're going to give you a second or a third try, to get these affidavits of support done properly.
Yeah,
unless you're making like $1 million a year.
Right.
So we're like, we feel bad, like they're purposely made it so difficult that that you're not going to be able to do it unless you really have it's sad, you know. I love my office to be busy, don't get me wrong, but I want to be busy for the right reasons, not. And this is being busy for the wrong reason, so it's actually a little upsetting.
It's definitely not as easy as it was when like my parents came through, and I'm sure a lot of our fans and viewers that have been here for years that are from like Jamaica and stuff. I'm sure it was a lot easier back then.
Well, it's still the old rules. If you're adjusting here, because there is a injunction, it's temporary. The injunction, we don't know if it'll be permanent or not. The state of New York has sued Trump. I have not yet seen that an injunction has been put in place to stop this requirement to have health insurance if you're coming from another country. That goes into effect. That goes into effect on Monday. Right. You're supposed to be able to have access to health insurance within 30 days or be healthy. You either be healthy and not need any medical care, have access to health insurance, or have money to buy it.
I think that is so foul, especially when me going to a lot of underdeveloped countries and seeing how their hospital or like even the ambulance looks like a regular van. You know what I mean? And just to see what they have there, that's literally all they have. And if you need to come here for help, I don't understand what you're giving. Aren't you giving?
Well, you have to be able to show under these new health regulations that you have no foreseeable medical issues that you would require to see a doctor. Now, over your lifetime, I don't know how that's going to be actually, looked at. I mean, you could argue you're 22 years old, you're healthy, you're in good shape, but you know what? When I'm 75, maybe I'm gonna, need to have, I don't know, a stent put in my heart.
Right.
Maybe when I'm 49, after eating 10,000 hamburgers in America, which is all they serve here, like what Brad Bernstein did growing up.
And
he has to have his gallbladder taken out. Gallbladder.
Yes.
I mean, what is foreseeable medical? Is it foreseeable in the next 3 months? Foreseeable in the next 3 years? Foreseeable over a lifetime?
Yeah.
If it's foreseeable over a lifetime, that makes no sense, because how are you going to prove that you're going to have medical insurance in 30 years from now? Who even knows what, So ultimately, I don't even know how they're going to look at this. So when people say, what are you going to need? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to look at all of this. My best guesstimate, based on what I'm reading, what I'm seeing, is that if you're healthy and you can show you're healthy and you have no medical issues, then you don't need medical insurance, because there's no foreseeable issues. But if you have any health issue, or you're elderly, or you're young, like a baby is always going to need to go get shots and get, checkups. All of those groups of people, young and old, and those who have any illness, need to have medical insurance.
It's crazy.
But hopefully there's a lawsuit by the state of New York, and hopefully it is resolved in terms of an injunction, just like they gave an injunction, at least for adjustment of status, for the new affidavit support requirements. Which leads me to something, which is, if you're thinking of getting a green card, or you need a green card, you're thinking of getting married, and it's going to be a bona fide relationship, I would think about speeding that process up. Because right now, you can adjust your status under the old laws. I don't know when a judge is going to either make this injunction permanent or lift it and say, no, the new laws. Could be Monday, could be Tuesday, could be Wednesday. Could be next week, could be next month, could be in the year 2028. Maybe Donald Trump's impeached. And by the way, everyone's all excited for Donald Trump to be impeached.
Right.
I mean, I am psyched.
I am super psyched.
Like if I was like this surfer dude, I would be like, I am stoked, man. I'm stoked, man. Is that like a surfer dude guy? Or
yeah, but like you threw in like the man, that's like a Jamaican.
Yeah,
kinda.
I don't know. I'm like a surfer, Hawaiian white dude, Jamaican guy who just maybe hangs around too many Jamaicans. I don't know. So I don't know what that accent was, I was thinking about
stuck,
this.
dude.
I was right, exactly right. That's what I was trying to do, but it came out more Jamaican. But what I was thinking, I was up last night, and I woke up and I'm sleeping, and my girlfriend says I snore very loud, and sometimes I hear myself snoring.
Yikes!
That wakes me up.
Oh my, like that?
That's what she says.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I said to her this morning, I said, "Hey babe, how are you? How'd you sleep?" She looks at me, she goes, I go, "What are you doing? Is something stuck in your throat?" She goes, "No, that's what you sound like all night."
Oh my gosh.
So I said, "Oh, you didn't sleep well." Sorry, I'm going to work.
But
So
you
anyway,
slept well, huh?
I slept well, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm going off subject. I woke up in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's like how Brad's brain,
What is it? Sugar water?
Yes. Oh, forget 6:30. This is Friday. Forget it. Show is like 6:30 calls. Forget it. So I woke up in the middle of the night, sweating like I am right now. And I was all excited because I was reading about the impeachment of Donald Trump, which
nice.
I promised we weren't going to talk about tonight. Which
And
obviously, look at me already.
Wait here.
Exactly. And here we are, impeachment of Donald Trump. And I got all excited. And I'm sleeping. And then I started sweating. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I just realized something.
What?
If Donald Trump is impeached, you know who the president is?
Oh no, Pence.
It's Mike Pence.
Oh no.
And then I went, ah! I never gave it thought. I was all excited to get rid of Trump. Then look who we get.
Sheesh.
Jeez.
You know what's crazy? I remember when he first got into office, we all were like, okay, wait, we don't know if we want him impeached because we don't really want Pence. But then Trump has done so many dumb-ish for the past 3 years. So everybody's like, okay, just impeach him. We forgot that Pence will be next in line.
Exactly.
So what are we going to do after that?
This is what you're going to do. You're going to wake up one day, you're like, Trump is gone! We got Pence!
Right.
Ah! Meanwhile, I have to tell you something.
What's up?
I used to like Mia Montauk.
Uh-oh.
Mia Montauk used to be one of my favorite of the Brad Squad.
Whoa.
Used to be. And I say used to be with a capital U-S-E-D.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if she says that I am so old I shouldn't have a girlfriend, that I must be like 8. Like, how old is too old to have a girlfriend, Jonathan? Is it 90, 95?
I remember there was somebody that was in their 90s that just got married.
That just got married.
Yeah.
Had a girlfriend,
they
right?
Had a girlfriend and they got married.
But I'm not allowed to have a girlfriend, Mia Montauk?
Maybe it's because
I'm not allowed to be in love?
Maybe it's because
I'm not allowed to have affection?
Maybe she wants to be a woman.
No, she called me out. She said, "Brad, you too old to have no girlfriend."
To have a girlfriend.
The way she's thinking, you too old to have no girlfriend. That's what she's thinking, right?
I don't believe that.
I think she's saying that with an attitude.
Has no limit to the age.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
That's it.
Damn, Mia Montauk.
Damn, Mia Montauk.
Ooh,
calling me old.
Look, she covering her eyes.
She's calling me old.
She covering her eyes. You done called her out.
She called me old.
Aww.
There's only one thing worse than calling me old.
Ugly?
No. I could be called ugly. I know I'm not ugly. There's only one thing worse than being called old.
What?
A loud snorer.
Oh,
it's very insulting. That's very, very insulting.
Anytime anybody tells me I snore, I always say you're a liar.
Yeah. well, okay. Mia Montauk's trying to make up with me now, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Brad, no, you should say wife.
Okay, all right. I'm divorced. I'm in the process of trying to find a wife, Mia. Okay, the process. You just don't wake up one day.
Damn, Sandra talking about put a ring on it, Brad.
Listen. This ain't Fiddler on the Roof, where all of a sudden the matchmaker just says, "This is who you marry. Good luck." All right, this is modern world. You got to date. You gotta go through the whole emotions.
They trying to marry you off, brother. Sandra said, "Put a ring on it." In the words of Beyonce.
All right. Now that we've gotten that far, then we went from Pence nightmare snoring, put a ring on it, Anything else we need to talk before we ask people to share?
No. I think it's time for you guys to start sharing.
All right, start sharing. Yeah,
all right, everybody on Facebook, since you guys are the only ones that are watching today, not YouTube, you guys have to really represent for both today. So I need you all to go and start sharing. All you have to do is press share, that little arrow, share it to anybody's page, share it to groups that you think might benefit from the information that will be given to you guys, and also share it to inbox. You could actually create a group of friends and family in your inboxes and just literally share it straight to them. This is the best way to get it out. And we will also talk about another way to get it out. You guys already know about starting a watch party, but don't start it yet because we're going to do that right before the calls. Right now, what I need you guys to do is actually share to other pages, all right? So now also, please put all your social media questions in right now. When you put it in now, you're more guaranteed to get an answer, okay? You already know the first 5 questions are going to be from the Brad Squad, from the Brad Squad page. So if you guys want to join that page, all you have to do is click the little link that will say Brad Squad page, press join, and I will actually accept it right now, okay? And then you guys have that benefit of putting in your question. You could even put in your question in the morning, and it will guaranteed be asked, okay? So now do that. Also put your comments in, like, love, smiley face, sad face, wow face, mad face, whatever you're feeling about the conversation that we're going to be having. Make sure you show that love as well, all right? Now, this is what you guys have been waiting for. This is where we schmooze with Brad.
Yeah, like we haven't schmoozed it up yet, right?
I know, right?
Right? Like I already did. I did it proper schmooze.
That was a personal.
That was personal schmooze.
Yeah.
We have to add that. Before we go schmoozing, we need to do some personal schmoozing.
Yeah, right. Get some stuff off the chest.
That's right. Get that off my chest.
Get it off your chest. Yes.
Captain Stubing, see you tomorrow. By the way, my sister thought that was very funny.
Did she?
She called me up and she was laughing. She goes, "That was about the funniest outfit, the two of you." Yeah. She hasn't watched the show a lot, but she watched last night, and she said it was hilarious.
That is always a highly anticipated episode.
Yes, and for my sister who laughs at nothing.
Wow. Well, then that
who has no sense of humor.
Good. Okay.
She's gonna call me out because she's just funny.
That's too funny.
I missed my boat.
Where's your cat?
I missed my boat. Oh,
you
know what I should have done? I should have had like a little plastic boat here and like taken out like a bottle of like champagne. I'm like, I hereby dedicate this boat to me.
That would be pretty funny,
movie,
right?
Yeah. That was from Caddyshack, by the way.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I was happy to hear this talking about Donald Trump in a non-Donald Trump show.
Right.
This is a non-political, non-Donald Trump show.
Okay.
I was happy to hear that he's leaving New York.
Hey!
Did you see that?
Yes.
He is leaving New York. He is leaving.
No. Hey. Goodbye.
That is right. That didn't work out as planned, but we got the idea. He is leaving New York. A lifelong New Yorker. He has decided to become a Floridian.
Wow.
New York's gain is Florida's loss.
Okay.
New York's gain is Florida's loss. We are terribly sorry, Florida, for sending our old baggage there.
Okay.
But he is moving permanently to Florida.
So is he going to keep his place?
I hope not. I swear to God, I hope not. I hope he lives as far. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if the air where I live is because of just the stench of the politics of Donald Trump, or we're just getting dirtier air in New York. But I'm hoping that when he moves to Florida,
everything clears up.
I won't be snoring as much, probably.
Right. No sinus problems.
Right. Ever since he became president, I actually been snoring a lot more. I don't know if there's any coincidence.
Stress in the air.
I don't know if there's any coincidence. He filled out a declaration of domicile list 1100 South Ocean Boulevard, which is Mar-a-Lago, his winter residence, which will now be his permanent residence. I just spoke to someone in Florida. They said it is hot as BALLS there. So I hope he sweats his BALLS there all summer long.
He's going to need a new box of snowballs.
That's right. Maybe we should send him some snowballs, right? So start spreading the news.
Good.
I'm leaving today. Out of New York.
Peace out.
Peace out. Adios. Good riddance.
That means we don't have to spend all that money that we were spending. Weren't they spending like $1 million a day? Like,
yes. And by the way, Governor Cuomo, great tweet by Governor Cuomo. He says, good riddance. It's not like at real Donald Trump paid taxes here anyway. He's all yours, Florida. Yes.
That's actually hilarious.
I'm sorry. I just said the F word, and I can't even believe I said that. And Bill de Blasio said, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Corey Johnson, who may very well, we met Corey Johnson when we went to do the Groundhog in Staten Island. Very nice guy. He sat in and sat for an interview. I actually interviewed him for about 10 minutes. At 6 in the morning on Groundhog Day in Staten Island. Super cold. He may very well be the mayor of New York.
Awesome.
He wrote in caps, good riddance.
Okay.
He lists his other abode as 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and the Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster, New Jersey. So I guess when he comes up, maybe he'll be selling his apartment at Trump Tower and staying in New Jersey. I really hope so. I really hope so.
Take him, Jersey.
Take him, Jersey. You know what? First, Jersey had the Jersey Shore. Then they had the Sopranos. Right? Then they had Snooki. Right? Then they had the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
They had the Mob Wives.
They had the Mob Wives of New Jersey. Well, they got a new winner now in New Jersey. At real Donald Trump. He's all yours, New Jersey as well.
President of the United States.
Meanwhile, the House voted to proceed on the Donald Trump impeachment inquiry on Halloween. White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham said that the Democrats want to render a verdict without giving the administration a chance to mount a defense that is unfair, unconstitutional, and fundamentally un-American. So that has been their defense. First, it was a perfect call. Then they're violating Donald Trump's rights. Oh, poor Donald, his rights are being violated. Like he hasn't violated every person's rights in America.
In the world.
And just about 300,000 people on the border.
Right.
And God knows how many other immigrants.
He has no rights.
But he is now changing his tactic, I read today. We'll talk about it more on Monday, but his new tactic's going to be that, maybe I did something wrong, but you hired me to do these things. It takes a strong man to, sometimes I got to break some laws, and sometimes I got to do the dirty things to clean up the swamp.
Right.
That's going to be his new thing. Meanwhile, this is the most ridiculous idea of the year. It has been reported that Donald Trump wants to have a fireside chat live on television and read the transcript verbatim of his call with the President Zelensky. I do not know who is going to play the role of President Zelensky as he reads this transcript, because it was a two-way conversation. Unless Donald Trump is going to be like, hello, President, how are you?
And go on the other side.
Yes, comrade, how are you? Can you investigate Biden? Certainly, comrade, I will do that. How is he going to do this?
Right.
How is he going to read this?
So why does he want to do this?
It's probably the worst idea ever. FDR, you know who did it? FDR used to do the fireside chats during World War II, but he did it over the radio. And he would talk to the American people and get all the American people all psyched up for World War II. I'm not exactly sure how Trump's going to get people psyched up to listen to his...
So is that the last president to do that?
That's the last president to do it.
I swear, I think he just does stuff just to do it, to, like, make history.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I do not know.
What?
Meanwhile, this is very good. Actually, really good. It's not even a joke.
Okay.
Siri is now programmed. If you have an Apple iPhone, you have an Apple iPhone.
Do.
You want to test it out?
Okay.
Maybe you want to test it out.
Sure.
Okay. It is they have now a shortcut on Siri to automatically record the police if you're getting pulled over by a cop.
Nice.
Yes. All you have to say is, Siri, I'm getting pulled over. I don't know if it's on every phone right now, or maybe you have to update your...
I
don't know when you last updated your software.
Last week.
Okay, but on the most updated software on Apple, at least according to news reports. I never tested it out.
I'm going to test it out.
Okay.
Tell me what to say.
It says, Siri, I'm getting pulled over. And then when you say that, 1 second, I'm going to let you talk in a second and test it out.
Okay.
When it does that, it will automatically start reporting.
Oh.
Not reporting, excuse me.
Recording.
Recording. I was a Freudian slip there.
I want to report
It will
now.
start reporting you to the police that you're doing something wrong. No, it will automatically start recording everything that is being said.
Wow.
That's
I
a
love
good
that.
thing.
I absolutely
That
love
is a very, very good thing.
So what do I say now?
Now, you're supposed to say, Siri, I'm getting pulled over.
Okay, let's try it out.
I don't even know if it works.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
If it doesn't, then I'm going to find out how to make it work. Hey, Siri. I'm getting pulled over.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, Siri doesn't know what that means. Now, Jill just told me, it's not on Apple. You have to download an app for it.
It's an app.
It's an app. It's
okay,
not
that
on
makes
Apple.
sense.
Here I thought Apple was like so socially conscious.
Right. I was going to give kudos
and
to
I was
Apple
like,
for that.
I'm like, you go Apple.
Right. That actually would have been amazing.
No, it's an app, so it's a third-party app that you download on Apple.
I mean, it's still
But that's
needed.
still Apple. It's still reading it. It's still good.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the Apple company.
That would be amazing.
It's called, Jill's yelling in my ear.
Okay.
It's called Shortcuts. It's a third-party app. I read it wrong.
Got you.
Download it, and it will send a quick text to a predetermined contact also to tell them that you've pulled over, and then it starts recording using the iPhone's front-facing camera. Once you've stopped recording, it will send a text or email to different predetermined contacts and save it in Dropbox, so that way the cop can never take your phone and delete it.
Nice. Beijing Queen said, I tried it and it started calling emergency services. Serious is crazy. Look, you don't want to start calling emergency
can you imagine?
services.
Right.
But no, I don't want to cut you off, but Ma Dukes is saying, I agree with Yo-Yo, and then I see a duo saying, I need to let my son know this. This is very
right. It's actually really helpful.
Like, information.
It's called Shortcuts. And Jill, if Yo-Yo, why don't you search in the App Store Shortcut or Shortcuts and see what comes up.
Okay.
Does it come up? Shortcuts.
Yes. Shortcuts. Pushcut, automate shortcuts. So basically what it is it's like smart triggers. So like Control HomeKit, you can edit, different shortcuts.
Right,
so when you say that, it will go.
So you can edit to do it.
So you edit to do it.
Got it. You can also configure, I see here, it says, hey Siri, I'm getting pulled over, then the program pauses music you may be playing, turns down the brightness on your iPhone, puts on Do Not Disturb, or turns off Do Not Disturb.
Yeah,
or
you
program it
to
what you want it to do.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. But that is a good thing.
Yes.
Right. Now, Peterson, this is the guy who made it, said that most responses he'd received since posting the shortcut in September have been positive, and some people told him they want to adapt it to different potentially dangerous situations. He said some people, quote, say they've had issues in the past with the police, and one woman planned on using the shortcut to help with a stalker issue she was having with an ex-boyfriend so that she can send her location to family quickly should anything occur. So, I mean, you can use it, as you said, for anything, and that's a really good thing. Meanwhile, not to be outdone by Siri, Alexa. It was just reported is the sole witness to a Florida murder that happened over the summer.
Wow.
Police in Hollandale Beach, that's right next to Fort Lauderdale. You've been there, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Everyone's been to Hollandale Beach. Think that Alexa recorded the killing of a woman in July in Hollandale.
Wow.
The Florida Sun-Centennial reports that the device nicknamed Alexa, which I just said, might have heard and recorded Sylvia Galver and her boyfriend Adam Crespo. She died after a spear impaled her in the chest. Yeah, she's dead, and he's arrested. Crespo is charged with first-degree murder. Officials say Amazon turned over multiple recordings, but neither the company police nor the state's attorney office will say what's on them. How does Amazon have the recording? You see, Big Brother's always watching,
Listen,
right?
all I know is that once Alexa first came out, I don't know if I can say it, but I have a family member that is Obama's assistant. I'm not going to say which family member, but once they sent him the Alexa right when it came out, And he was like, thanks. And said, who wants this? And just gave it away.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
so
no-
it's like,
he's no fool.
He's no fool.
He's
so
no fool.
they are listening. I'm going to
Right.
let you guys know. They're listening.
That is right.
I mean, even your phone, honestly, like, it's kind of scary. You're not alone. There's
All
no
right.
privacy.
And I was told I have to talk about the turtles. Where are the turtles? Here it is. Finally.
Okay.
Lost for 7 days.
Oh,
I don't know what the story is, but I'm
big-
told I have to read it.
it's a big turtle.
It's a big tortoise. A missing tortoise has been reunited with her family in Roseville, California. She apparently traveled more than 5 miles away from her home, but it's where she ended up that's truly remarkable. Sarah Coggeshall, she was the owner of this tortoise, thought she would never see her sweetie again. The Roseville mother was furiously searching for her pet turtle, who was passed down to Coggeshall by the father 20 years ago. Turtles,
wow.
they live for 120, 130 years, so
Wow.
they outlive humans.
Right.
Taking to social media and posting up missing flyers, she desperately searched for anyone who'd stick out their neck to help. Days later, and 5 miles away, there was hope. Angela Martin spotted a tortoise on her drive home in Orangeville, took her in, and took to Facebook to search for the owner. When she heard from Sarah, she said, I couldn't believe it was hers. She lived all the way in Roseville.
Wow.
Sweetie, that's the name of the tortoise, seemed shy, but as soon as Sarah picked her up, she was excited and came out of her shell. This is the plot twist. Russian tortoises are known to be escape artists, and somehow Sweetie had not wandered around haplessly and instead traveled all the way back to where the family used to
Get
live.
out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
So Sarah was living in the father's house.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
10 years ago.
insane.
10 years ago. Sarah said, as soon as I saw the street address, I was crying.
Aw.
The fact that my sweetie, my Russian tortoise, walked from the house she lived in for 10 years and went back to the house that she used to live in 10 years ago.
Wow.
That is very bizarre. Now, one theory is that Sweetie went back looking for her iguana friend.
Oh.
She has an iguana friend, maybe a girlfriend. She's obviously the tortoise is not old enough. It's not too old to have a girlfriend.
No.
Right? The iguana, the iguana would be in one spot, and she would chase her, and the iguana would move. She would chase her again. So maybe she misses the iguana.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now, Sweetie is doing fine. She only suffered minor scrapes to her shell and nose, and she's going to the turtle doctor for a full checkup. And there you have it, all the news.
Turtles are really smart.
All the news on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, so what time is it?
6:32. We on.
We on time.
on schedule.
We are on schedule. All right, yo, tell everybody what they need to do.
All right, guys, this is what you guys have been waiting for, because I know you guys get excited about this, because literally you have the power in your hands. What you're going to do now is start your watch party, all right? This is what we need from you guys, especially Facebook. You're the only ones who can get this word out as much as you can, even over YouTube. So in order to start the
There is
watch
no
party,
YouTube today.
Exactly. But in order to start your watch party, just click that share button right under it. It says start a watch party. It'll show you how many friends you have online, and it will literally show them a notification right now. All those friends. And then once you start your watch party, I want you guys to become the hosts. I want you guys to put your host hat on, talk in the comments, tell your friends and family what the show is about, and you can also invite your friends. I don't know if you guys know. Click on that little list where it says invite people, and you can invite friends. Literally just press invite all the way down. That's what I do on my friends list. All right, so I need everybody to do that, and make sure you go in the comment section and say confirmed, or say I started my watch party. Squad up, all right? This is
What
how
are you
we all do
supposed
it.
to say?
I started my watch party. Squad up. That's what you're supposed to do. Go in the
Say it
comment
one
section.
more time. Say
I
it one
started
more
my
time.
watch party. Squad up.
There you
All
go.
right, so start your watch party right now.
Beetlejuice.
I'm gonna haunt you for life now. In your penthouse. Look. Can't get rid of me.
That's right.
All right, so everybody do that, please, and confirm. And now, this is what you guys have been waiting for. This is where you call in and get the answers to your immigration questions.
Mrs. B in East Orange, New Jersey, the future home of Donald Trump.
Don't
God
say
bless
that.
you, Mrs. B. How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good. I have a question. I'm just gonna now make it brief. I got married to a U.S. citizen in 2017.
Right.
And everything was good. 2018, ending 2019, I filed for my USCIS. Sorry. So I filed it with my daughter because I came into the U.S. with my daughter.
Did you file a separate application for your daughter, a separate adjustment for your daughter?
No, we filed together.
Oh, no. If you're married a U.S. citizen, I just want to make sure I know what's going on. You marry a U.S. citizen, you file one adjustment for you, you file a separate adjustment for your daughter. Is that what you did?
Yes, I filed together with my daughter. Yes. So I got my work permit.
Did your daughter get a work permit?
Yes, I got my work permit. We both got our work permit.
Got it. Okay, so we're talking about the same thing. Okay, good. Continue.
We got our work permit, but I got an interview date in June last year. But before then, we'll be having an issues. He abused me emotionally, just let me say that. But I'm scared to report him to the police because he's going to scare me up that he's going to send me back home. He's going to deport me. He's going to send me back home.
All right, let me tell you a few things, okay? All right, number one, your husband is not in charge of immigration, okay? All right, so he cannot do anything to you. Number two, you have every right to be safe. I would call, if he is abusing you, and he's abusing you today or yesterday, as soon as you finish this telephone call, in about 1 minute, you call the police and you have him arrested, and you press charges against him, and there will be an order of protection against him. And if you are an abused spouse, there are laws there to protect you, and you can apply as under the Violence Against Women Act. It's called a VAWA application, and you can get a green card. You should not be. You should never be in a situation, never be in a home where a man raises his hand to you, touches you, physically abuses you, or emotionally abuses you.
Yeah. Yes. So I was scared to report him to the police then. So I got an interview date in June.
Yes.
Okay. So I got an interview date in June, but then he had a restriction with his ex-wife, so he got arrested, so he couldn't go with me for the interview. Now I got a letter from. So a friend of mine told me about your family.
Is he in jail now? Is he in jail now?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay, so he's out of the house then. So you're safe then at this moment.
Yes, I'm safe. I'm safe right now.
Yes, you should be filing a VAWA application, and you should be getting an order of protection against him, so when he comes out of jail, he never goes near you. Okay? Hold on one second. We'll help you. Hold on. And that goes to anybody. Nobody should ever be in a home where there's abuse, whether it's man to woman, woman to man, and say, I have to stay there. I'm scared he's going to deport me. I'm scared she's going to deport me. There are laws to protect you. I can tell you, whether it's President Trump, Vice President Pence, the laws are the laws, and you are protected as an abused spouse, and you have that man or that woman arrested. Let's go to Marie in Brooklyn. Marie.
Hey, Brad. How are you? I'm doing good. Listen, quick question from you. I went on an interview on September 23rd, but I checked my DHSUSCIS.com account, and it still doesn't give me an update on my status. Then I checked because it ended up being 2 accounts anyhow. So I checked the other one. It shows that.
When did you go on your interview?
23rd of September.
Okay, so it's only 5 weeks. You got to give them up to 120 days before you start freaking out to make a decision.
Yes, but it says that.
Did it change? Something changed on the computer?
Yeah, it says that your interview is completed but must be reviewed.
Okay, so
that's
what's happening.
Other people went like a week after, like a couple of days after me, and they got their green card already.
Everybody's different. Every officer's different. Every officer works differently. Every case is different. All the facts are different. You don't know if your fingerprints got cleared. You don't know if there's an issue. You just don't know if the officer's overworked. You don't know if the officer took a vacation the day if they interviewed you. Okay, so don't overlook everything. And you got to give them 120 days, and then if 120 days comes and goes and you still don't have an issue, you still have an issue, and you don't have an answer from immigration one way or the other, then you come see me.
Okay, Brad. Thanks for your good work. Keep it up.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Ritz in Mission, Texas. Ritz.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Ritz.
Yes, I have a question. Currently, I have an E2 visa, and however, my business is not prospering, so we plan to have a B1 visa while waiting for my husband's perm approval or express entry approval as well. Will that fly with immigration? Will that be okay? Do I have a chance of getting approved for my B2 visa?
You have a problem if is your husband changing to a B1 too?
Yes.
Okay, this is the problem. I hope you didn't do it yet, because that would
No, not yet.
that would be a misrepresentation, because you can't be in one hand have an application pending for a green card and on the other hand say I want to be a visitor, because a visitor has a non-immigrant intent and a green card application obviously has an immigrant intent. So changing to a tourist visa is not a good option. Remember, Jonathan, we had the farmer out in Wisconsin who was on that E2 visa, had the same problem. He had to actually pack up and go home.
Yeah.
What I would suggest that you do, Ritz, before you do anything, is hold on. We can do a phone consultation, and let's see what other options you have, okay? Hold on one second, okay? Let's go to Margaret in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Margaret.
Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. How are you? Good evening.
I just have a question because I am a U.S. citizen and I'm a single parent of 2 kids, and I'm trying to see if I can sponsor for my dad.
You're a U.S. citizen, and what about your 2 kids?
Oh, they're both same. They were born here in the United States, but I'm trying to see if I can sponsor for my dad.
Why can't you? What does having kids have to do with sponsoring your dad? What is your concern?
No, it's just like a brief, about myself. But
I see. The answer is if you're over 21 and he's your father, you can sponsor him. Now, there's different rules if your father was married to your mother or you were born out of wedlock. Was he married to your mom?
No, they're not married. But my mom is living here in America now.
Okay,
she's a citizen also.
So you would need. Are they married now, or they never been married?
No, they never married.
All right, so you would need to file an I-130. Is he in another country?
Yes, he's in abroad. He's in the Philippines.
Okay, so you would need to file a visa petition for him, and when you file a visa petition for him, not only do you have to prove that he is your biological father, you share the same bloodlines, but you also have to be able to prove that you had a relationship with him from birth to 18, and then that's what's needed to get the I-130 approved. Whether you have 2 children, 6 children, doesn't matter. The answer is yes, you can file for him. And yes, we can help you. So hold on one second, okay? Jonathan Yo-Yo-Ellis, what do we got on social media?
All right, our first social media question comes from Beverly Williams saying, if I file for my daughter and someone else has guardianship, will it affect her?
No, because as long as there's no adoption, you can do it.
Okay, Alaya Perez saying, hey, Brad, can you please send me the link where you were talking about the advanced parole things that USCIS announced for LPR people? I need more details about that. So where can she get more information
advanced
about
parole
that?
Things about you? There's no advanced
parole things that USCIS
about
announced?
Maybe a reentry permit?
Possibly.
There's no advanced parole for permanent residents. That doesn't exist. But maybe a reentry permit where you want to stay out of the country for more than 6 months as a green card holder.
Maybe
that would be
LPR.
on the form I-131. You would go to the USCIS.gov, go to forms, and check out the form I-131.
Okay, and she also wants to know, can an LPR person get health insurance when is going to remove the condition? Would that be an issue, like public charge in the future?
Get health insurance. Public charge has no issue with removing conditions.
Okay, Gianelli saying LPR from spousal visa wants to get his 5-year-old girl from home country ASAP. Will a tourist visa be okay? And file the I-130. Is it I-130 or I-30?
I-130.
Okay, they put I-30. So it's I-130 when the kid gets here.
Well, if you get a tourist visa and with the intention of getting a child a green card, that would be a fraud.
So how do you go about doing that?
If you have a 5-year-old and you're a U.S. citizen, file for your 5-year-old. Okay, file the I-130.
Okay.
If you were a U.S. citizen before the child was born, just let the kid go in and get his passport or her passport. The child's a U.S. citizen too.
Cardo Simmons saying, "Hey Brad, been listening to your show since Squeeze was on it. Love it."
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's old time.
Oh, wow.
Old time. Okay.
Ooh, wow, that is a blast from the past.
Right.
Whoosh.
But they want you to know that they share it with a lot of people from around the world,
Thank
friends
you.
and family.
Thank
so.
you.
So Uzbi, for our last one for now, my wife is LPR and she petitioned for me. I'm an F1 till now. Our PD is March 21st, 2017. We have applied for the I-485 on September 17, 2018. I've done my biometrics on October 10th, 2018. Now I haven't got any news from USCIS. Why is it taking so long for the interview?
DONALDTRUMP. Donald Trump, Donald Trump,
Wow.
Donald Trump is an ass. Doo, doo, doo.
Is an ass.
Doo, doo, doo. Yeah, I mean.
That was good.
Thank you. Because we have a president who is purposely slowing down everyone's applications. Why do I know your specific application is taking so long? I don't have the foggiest idea. But if your case for adjustment has been filed and it's more than 12 months, then you have two choices. You can continue to wait, or you can file what is called, Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias,
a mandame.
Correct. Now, with that being said, it is a Friday.
Yes.
Which is why we're a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
We've been silly for 2 days. Halloween yesterday.
I mean, yeah, we're still, you know, basking in the Halloween spirit.
Why don't you tell people to start a watch party? Because we have, like, nobody watching.
Yeah. Are you guys starting your watch parties?
Does anybody, like, even care?
I don't know. This is kind of weird.
Does anybody care
The
anymore?
only person who was confirmed was Beijing Queen saying they started a watch party.
Nobody seems to care.
So I'm wondering, are you guys actually starting watch parties? Do you guys care? We're feeling some type of way today. Oh, don't make Brad cry. Start your watch party, guys.
I was so happy before.
Everybody start your watch party. You guys already know how to do it. Press share. Literally right under it, it says start a watch party, okay? I need everybody who's watching, all 203 people that are watching right now, I need you guys to start that watch party and go into the comments.
Do you know the 16 people who are on hold who are asking for free advice?
Mm-hmm.
At least they should be doing it.
This is true.
You should tell all their friends, look, I'm about to be on the show.
Right.
Come on.
You're about to be on an internationally watched show.
Right.
Tell all your friends and family.
Don't make us come to your home and beg.
Right. Oh, okay. Linda Shaw saying how to do it, yo-yo. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time very slow, and I'm actually going to do it with you guys. So if you see the little arrow that says share in a group, watch together, or start a watch party. And it says I have 272 friends online. I'll start a watch party, and literally all you have to do is click that button and it will send a notification to all of those friends online, and you could also invite any of your friends.
So let me understand this. Let me understand how complicated this thing is.
Yes.
You go to the share button, you press it.
Yes.
And then you have then it gives you three options. Two. You can share it to a friend, or you can start a watch party.
Yes.
You pick watch party.
Start a watch party.
And then you're done.
That's it.
Come on. It's got to be harder than that.
Nope. Way easier than filing the I-130 by yourself.
That is for sure. All right, let's go to Saima in Ashburn, Virginia. Saima. Anybody in Virginia listening to me right now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
How are you? Yeah. So, what is your name?
Yeah, this is Saima.
Saima. Okay. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I have a question. My mom, she has green card, and she sponsored my brother back in 2016. My brother case got approved. When we received the RFE, the spelling mistake was there. Middle name was incorrect. We addressed them that you need to correct the spelling, but once we received the approval letter, the spelling was not correct, and now the case is NVC. So my question is, once he will
So
go
basically,
to
your mom filed for your brother, and his name is being spelled wrong.
Sorry, what did you say?
Basically, what I heard throughout that entire thing, she doesn't understand anything I'm saying, but I understood everything she's saying. Isn't that comical? What you're saying is that your mom has filed for your brother, and his name is spelled wrong, and the case is already at the National Visa Center. Is that correct?
Yes, just once we received the RFE, the middle name was incorrect,
Okay,
and when we
so
respond them,
so you can correct it now at the National Visa Center. You can write them a letter, show the birth certificate, and say his name is wrong. Please correct it. You could also correct it on the DS-230 when you fill it out.
okay, so can we do at the time of interview because it will delay the process?
It won't
when
delay.
we
It won't
see-
delay the process. Maybe you want to have a lawyer, but it won't delay the process. Hold on 1 second, okay? It won't delay the process. Let's go to Albier or Obier in Albany.
Hello, Brad. How you doing, bud?
How you doing?
Good, sir.
What's
good,
going
good. I got a question, sir. I got VAWA approved a couple weeks ago,
Right.
and I had withholding of removal approved in 2005 in San Francisco, California. How do I terminate that, and how long does it take to terminate withholding of removal?
Well, you have the VAWA approved. You got to reopen your case first. You don't terminate it. You have to reopen your case and then say, I have a VAWA. I would like to adjust my status. So there's no termination. There's a reopening. So hold on 1 second,
Already?
okay? Hold on. Let's go to Rona in Rockville, Maryland. Rona.
Hello, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a question.
Yes.
My mom filed for my sisters in Jamaica, and they didn't use a lawyer. So now they're asking them to, the papers are coming through, so they're asking them to for birth certificate, 2 passport pictures, and I don't remember what else. But she's wondering if she has to send it in, upload it, and send it in, or they can wait until they go for interview.
No, you got to send it in if they're asking for it.
Okay.
All right.
But they said to upload it. That's what they said. The immigration
Yeah,
said to
you
upload it.
upload it to the National Visa Center. The case isn't even at the embassy yet.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Elizabeth in Coral Springs, Florida. Elizabeth.
Hi, Brad. How
are
you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. I just have a question.
Yes.
I was married, and but we were living together, and then because of his behavior, I left. I came on a K-1 visa. I got my work permit. I got the conditional. I went in last week, Monday, and they questioned both of us. And then my husband, he was in the room with the immigration officer. And when he came out, he said that based on what he told the immigration lawyer, he said that he should withdraw from the case.
Okay, so then what? So obviously you and your husband are fighting. Who knows what he said? Maybe he told a whole bunch of lies. I don't know, but it sounds like it was a real marriage, and your husband went in there and effed the whole thing up purposely.
Yes, it
sounds
was.
like purposely. So you need to get out of the marriage, prove it's real, get a divorce, and convert the case, or going to have to refile again, one or the other. Okay, it sounds like the husband told a whole bunch of lies, but that's your side of the story, and we got to be able to prove that what he's telling is a whole bunch of lies, because they're going to deny you. It sounds like to me. So you need help.
No, we went in already.
I understand that, but this is what I heard. 1 second. This is what I heard. You filed to remove the conditions. You went for an interview. The officer said for you to walk out, took your husband into a room. Your husband said something that you didn't hear. Both of them walked out.
Yes.
The officer said, you're going to be denied.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like, if you're telling me that your husband is in a real marriage with you, that sounds like he told a whole bunch of lies behind you in the door that you didn't hear to get you deported. So what I'm saying to you is, you got a problem, and you need somebody to fix it. Okay? So how are you going to fix it? You get rid of this guy. He's a jerk. Get a divorce, and then prove it was a real marriage. Say he's an effing liar. Hold on. Because other than that, you're on your way to deportation. Hold on. All right. Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at in social media?
Okay, next one we have is Fonmilayo saying, good evening, sir. How can I apply for a new job and can I apply for a new job and could I get hired if my EAD card and driver's license are expired?
Yeah, anyone can hire you for anything they want. Whether you have a work permit, you don't. You just be working illegally.
Okay, that's not good though.
Yeah, but go apply all the jobs you want. There's lots of people who hire you illegally.
Okay. Fua saying, how do I get police clearance from my home country if moved to the States 4 years ago?
I saw that in the initial.
Right.
When I was talking about my snoring.
Exactly. You're going to start seeing some of those questions that we.
Oh, really?
The next one is another one.
Well, I don't know what country you're from. All right. So there's a lot of countries. So I don't know exactly which country to tell you to go to get this. Okay. But there's something called the Foreign Affairs Manual. The Foreign Affairs Manual is put out by the State Department. In that Foreign Affairs Manual, you can Google it, Foreign Affairs Manual, and you can Google obtaining documents.
Okay.
And you look up Foreign Affairs Manual for your country and where to obtain marriage certificates, divorce decrees, birth certificates. Also, the Foreign Affairs Manual is going to tell you where to get police clearances. So it's basically the U.S. government telling you this is the documents we'll accept from this particular country. And follow those directions and go get your police clearance. And if you're unable to follow directions, or you're unable to Google Foreign Affairs Manual, FAM, then come see me.
All right. Sam asking, can one marijuana position or possession?
I saw this one too.
That's what I said. Remember,
Yes.
you're going to start seeing the ones that you saw. Can one marijuana possession under 30 G's conviction get you deported?
No, but it makes you inadmissible. It's a weird thing. One possession less than 30 grams is not deportable, but it is inadmissible. So you could live here your whole life with it, but if you were to travel and come back, they're going to stop you and put you in deportation.
He also wants to know, will immigration ask for a probation drug test record?
They could ask for anything they want.
Okay. Yuli saying green card holder, 2 DUIs within the 5 years of getting a green card. Any problems to get a citizenship if it has been more than 5 years from applying to citizenship?
Well, DUI is not deportable. It is bad moral character, but it happened more than 5 years ago, and hopefully if you have good moral character now for 5 years, you'll be okay.
Jennifer saying, can a brother-in-law sponsor my spouse as a co-sponsor? Got a letter stating you have to be in the same household or on the co-sponsor's tax return.
No, it could be anybody who's a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident.
Susanna saying, how can someone sponsor a person on a B1, B2 visa and adjustment of status?
Get married.
Okay, and Onika saying, Brad, if the Form I-130 and appeal was denied because the stepfather filed for a child over 18 and the mother, which is a green card holder, went ahead and refiled the I-130 for the son, what's the next step?
Wait for the priority date to be current and process the visa.
All right, there you
All
go.
right. Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yes,
I saw Sandra Salinas said she got blocked
from Watch Party
because she was watch partying like a crazed fiend.
She was.
So thank you, Sandra, but I think you went overboard a little bit. All right. So we're asking people to start watch parties, but you don't need to be Sandra Salinas and go overboard and be blocked. We love Sandra. Okay, we appreciate it. Okay, please tell everybody how to do the watch party one more time. Maybe somebody doesn't know how to do it.
One more time. How you guys start a watch party? Literally, just click the share button, that little arrow right under two options down. It'll say start a watch party, and it'll say how many friends you have online. Click that button, and that's it.
Oh, there I am.
There you are.
There we are. Now go again. You press that button.
You
press that button.
Party?
It's two things. It's literally half a calorie of energy to take.
There you go. You can share it on your timeline as well, just like you guys saw right there.
All right. Let's go to Sam in Miami, Florida. Sam.
There you are.
Hi,
Sam,
how are you?
Sam, you got to lower your thing on the back. Okay, what's up?
Good. I just have some question about. I got arrested for possession of marijuana. I was wondering if I can apply for the citizenship if the charges was dismissed, or it doesn't matter if it's dismissed or not. It's still based on lack of good moral character.
Depends when it was. When was it?
It was just like a year ago.
Yeah, it could affect your good moral character, but if the case was dismissed and you don't have any other criminal record, one-time offense, simple possession of marijuana, you can still prove good moral character. Nothing bad will happen to you if you file and
I have another charge like 2 years ago of driving without a license. That's it.
Forget it. Then you have bad moral character. 2 arrests in 5 years. They're not going to allow it. Hang in there. All right?
Okay.
Stop messing up. Let's go to Fatu in Riverdale, Georgia. Fatu.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I have my interview in August 1st, and then my case was referred to court. And after when I went, it was referred to court, and then I went for the court, and the immigration, the judge said, because I am residing in Georgia, it was in North Carolina, Charlotte, because I was residing there before moving here to Georgia. So the interview, when I did it, I was already in Georgia. But when I went for the court, they said because I'm in Georgia,
Fatu,
they're going to move it
Fatu.
to...
Okay, my head's spinning. Where do you live right now? Georgia or North Carolina?
I live in Georgia right now, but...
and you're moving back to North Carolina?
No, I wouldn't move back to North Carolina.
Okay, so you filed asylum in North Carolina, you moved to Georgia, now they got to transfer the file to Georgia. What's the problem?
Yes, they
Tell me what the problem is.
the case. They moved the case to Georgia, but
tell me what the problem
it's
is
like they told me after 1 month they gave me a number to call, but anytime I called, they said my case is not. There is no decision for my case, or there is no date scheduled for my hearing. So I don't know what to do.
All right,
because it's 2 months now.
All right, you want you want a quicker hearing? Then hold on 1 second, and we'll see what our lawyers can do to help you. Okay, so hold on 1 second. So she moved. She filed asylum in North Carolina. She moved to Georgia. Case goes to the court in Georgia. She's waiting to hear. It's been 2 months. We'll see what we can do for her. All right. But that was like, I'm North Carolina, I'm Georgia. I'm like, what? All right, let's go to Kamar in Miami, Florida.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
I'm good. I came here August the 18th. And I came here July the 4th. I'm getting married August the 18th. And here and was wondering when to basically file my paperwork. I don't file it as yet because I didn't know about the 90-day rule.
Well, you already broke the 90-day rule. So file now. You're going to need a waiver because you got married within 5 weeks of entry.
Okay, so I have to file a waiver.
And you're going to need a waiver.
Okay, and how would I go about that?
You hire a good lawyer. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Sandra in Kingston, Jamaica. Sandra.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad, Brad. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
All right. My parents had filed for me in 2007. I'm married. And in 2010, they said to me that they approved for me, but whenever my thing come through, I'll have to file for my husband. But in June, I got a call. I got an email from NPQ with both of us being approved.
Great.
At the moment, we are separated about from 2010, and I'm in a relationship with someone else for 8 years. So I'm wondering, because now I'm waiting to go for my interview. So I'm wondering if after my interview I could get married before I come up.
Who's the sponsor?
My parents.
Your parents are sponsoring, and you're married
Yes.
right now.
But we're separated.
Okay, so
I'm at the moment at the NPQ. I have not applied for anything for
So
him.
you're in the F3 category. Why?
Yes.
Why are you married? To get divorced from this man now and marry the man you want to marry and bring him up. But if you're going to because
at the moment.
Yeah.
At the moment, my divorce is in process. It hasn't come through as yet.
Okay, so
I'm wondering
the answer would be if you marry before you come up, because once you get divorced, you're going to fall into the F1 category. But what you can do is you're going to the embassy without the ex-husband. You will schedule
because on the NPQ I did not pay for him.
Right, exactly. So you're going to tell the truth. I'm separated from the guy, but I'm married, and you get your green card. And after you enter the United States with your green card, and then and only then can you go back and marry, because you can't get a green card as an F3 or as an F3, complete your divorce before you enter America, then marry someone else. Because you go from F3 to F1 to F3, it's not going to work out. They're going to say this is all screwy. So stay F3, get your visa, come to the United States. Eventually you'll be divorced. Then you go back and you marry your man and bring him up. If you get divorced before you get to the embassy, you can marry the man and include him on your case. That you can do.
Okay, but if it comes after, I have to wait until I go up and come back.
Correct.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, let's check in with social media with you one last time.
All right. We have one from Linda Shaw. Don't really understand this. You might. What happened to people who live the inland? Are they included?
That live inland?
Uh-huh.
If you live inland or outland, outside, upside, downside, you're all included.
Okay. There you go. Pauline Williams.
Okay.
Pauline Williams saying, can I apply for a permanent residency for another country while waiting for the I-130 approval?
Yes, but you can't be a permanent resident of 2 countries.
Osman saying, can you marry someone who was once inadmissible by U.S. and file an I-601 waiver to bring her to the United States?
Depends why she was inadmissible.
Shireen saying, after you send in an I-130 papers, how long do you have to wait to hear from them?
Depends who's sponsoring you.
Phone Mil, we did that one. Pucci saying, hey, Brad, if you have a work permit and your husband's divorced, you can't travel outside the country. Can you remarry and get your green card?
If you have a work permit and then you divorce your husband, you can remarry in a bona fide marriage, and they'll question, was the first marriage bona fide? Yes, here's the proof. And was the second marriage bona fide? Yes, here's the proof. And the answer is yes, you're allowed to fall in love, fall out of love, and fall back in love again.
Okay.
All right. And last time for watch parties.
All right, come on, guys. Last time. You guys already know how to do this. All you need to do is click share. And 2 options down, it will say start a watch party. You will be hosting your own watch party, and what that does is it puts this show on your profile and your timeline, and it sends a notification to all your friends.
And otherwise, I'm going to come over to your house, and I'm going to fall asleep on your couch and start snoring. Don't make me do that.
Yeah,
just
don't want that.
Start the watch party, right?
Yes, start the watch party.
All right. Let's go to Derek in Sacramento. Derek. Derek. Derek is screaming on the playground or something. Is this Allie Boo Beecher from Boston, Massachusetts?
Hi, Brad.
How are you, Allie Boo?
I'm okay, Brad. So I don't have a question. I'm just calling to say thanks for sharing your knowledge with us online.
My pleasure.
And I did my paperwork on my own with your help, because I called and you said what to file.
Good.
So I got my work permit and my Social Security.
All for watching the show.
That's amazing.
I love me some Allie Boo Beecher from Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Allie Boo.
Thank you, too, Brad. So I did my interview already.
Oh, wow.
And nice.
So I'm waiting on, they said it's on the review, so I'm waiting on that.
I'm sure. Give it 120 days and let's see what happens, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Awesome.
Mike in Houston. Mike.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing today, sir?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing fine. But I have 2 questions today.
Yes.
The first one has to do with my paperwork. I filed in I-75-1 for the removal of condition on my green card, and after that, I got a letter stating that my green card will be extended for 18 months. And the 18 months is coming to an end, and since my case is transferred,
I would say it's very rare these days. They're supposed to process the case in 18 months. It's very rare they're doing it. If you have 2 choices, do nothing and try to get a stamp in your passport to extend your green card, or file a mandamus. That's really your choices at this point.
Yeah, because when I called you here the other time, they were like, okay, I have to wait for January. If I don't receive any interview request by January, I should go ahead and I'll call them back.
No, don't. Well, you can keep calling them back, but nothing's happening. So all you can do is one of 2 things. You can get a stamp in your passport and wait, or you can file a mandamus. Those are your options. Calling them is just wasting your time. Hold on if you need help. All right. And last call of the night, Beck from Chicago, Illinois. Beck. Let's go back to Derek in Sacramento, California, on the playground. Derek.
Hello?
He's in his car. Derek, how are you?
Derek, how are you? I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. What's going on? I actually want to find out. I have an interview date. I've actually passed, and I don't know if I'm qualified for VAWA.
If you're an abused spouse, you're qualified for VAWA.
Yeah, but my interview has actually passed like a few months ago. But,
Fine. If you're an abused spouse and you can prove it's a bona fide marriage, these are the three things to qualify you for VAWA. Whether your interview was in the past or was in the future, it hasn't happened, it did happen. If you're abused, physically or extreme emotional abuse, 1. Good moral character, 2. Bona fide marriage, 3. You're entitled to file for VAWA.
Oh, okay.
Hold on if you need help. Let's try Beck in Chicago. Beck.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good. I have a question about my case. My wife, she is a petitioner, and she filed it for me. I am a F1 student. She's a green card holder. We have priority date. It's March 2017.
Where you from?
I'm from Uzbekistan.
And
Central Asia.
I understand I know where Uzbekistan is. Do you are you in legal status right now on your F1 visa?
Yes, sir.
All right, so file your adjustment. You're eligible.
Yes, I did it for the adjustment. We applied September 2018.
Okay.
But it's more than 1 year.
You don't need to stay on your student visa. Once you file your adjustment, you're okay.
One quick question. Why it's taking a long time? It's more than 1 year for my adjustment of status.
Why?
Yes. It's
DONALD Donald Trump. That was Melania.
Is it any reason it's taking a long time?
Donald Trump is delaying everything. His entire administration is delaying. They're taking resources away from immigration officers. They are purposely delaying people, especially people who come from former Soviet Union countries, people who come from Muslim countries, people who come from third world countries. A visa. Guess what? A visa delayed is a visa denied. Donald Trump wants to deny people visas. He can't, so he delays everything. That's why it is. The only thing you can do is file a mandamus. Hold on 1 second, okay? But that's it. People say, why? Why? I don't know why he does it, but I can tell you why it's happening, because this man does not want to give, purposely, the administration of Donald Trump does not want to give out immigration green cards. Why? Why does he not want to? I can't get in his head. I can take a guess. He's a racist. Could take another guess. He's an a-hole.
There you go.
Could take another guess. He don't care about nobody but himself.
There you go.
Those are 3 good reasons that I probably are more true than not.
Yeah.
In my opinion. What do I know? What do I know? I can't get in his head. Let's see what I got here on my list.
Definitely wouldn't want to get in his head, though.
I'd be burned like a pumpkin, right? All right. So, do you know what the word de novo means?
What does that mean?
It means new.
De novo means new.
De novo means new.
De novo.
De novo.
De novo.
It's Latin.
De novo.
De novo. For new. Like a new leaf.
Okay. A new leaf being turned type of?
Possibly.
Okay.
De novo reviews literally means a new trial. Because now you're having a new review. Mm-hmm. And they can be particularly helpful if you've not gotten a decision from immigration within 120 days of your naturalization interview, or if your naturalization application has been denied. Spar Bernstein immigration attorney Abadir Barre recently joined me to discuss de novo reviews in another edition of Abadir Sues the Government. Once you have your N-400 application interview for naturalization, immigration has 120 days to make a decision. Anyone who hasn't received a decision 120 days after the N-400 interview has recourse to sue the federal government. It's called a de novo review. Here to discuss is Spar Bernstein immigration attorney Abadir Barre in another edition of Abadir Sues the Government. Welcome, Abadir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Who is entitled to become a naturalized United States citizen?
You're entitled to apply for naturalization if you're a green card holder and been in the military for more than 1 year, if you've been in a bona fide marriage and have a green card for 3 years or more, or if you have a green card in any other way for 5 years or more.
So now you become eligible to file for your naturalization. The process is you file your N-400 application. You pay a filing fee of $780. $125, and you prove you're a person of good moral character, you're not a removable or deportable or inadmissible, you know how to read, write, and speak English, you pay your taxes, you don't owe child support, you're otherwise all qualified to become a United States citizen, to naturalize. And you take your fingerprint, and your fingerprint's clear, and then several months later you go on your interview, and they go through your application, and you go through an interview process, and they say, okay, you'll hear from us. And now, Abadir, 120 days goes by, and it's typical, nobody has heard from immigration.
Right.
What do? Choice number one, do nothing and wait. Choice number two is you write a letter, or your congressman writes a letter. Or choice number three, you sue the government.
Right.
Waiting and writing letters, immigration will eventually get to you when they get to you.
Right.
Suing the government. People get very scared suing the government, Abadir. They say, I don't want to sue. They'll put me in deportation.
Right.
I'll be living in another country. I'll wait. What do you say about that? And what type of lawsuit would you actually be doing? Because we've talked about mandamus, and I'm sure a lot of the Brad Squad is saying, mandamus, mandamus, mandamus.
Yes.
But in this situation, it's not a mandamus. It's something different. Let's talk about that.
Federal courts have original jurisdiction over N-400 applications. So they're different than other immigration petitions. And actually, even in the civil cover sheet, they'll say, like, other immigration matters, and then citizenship and naturalization. So it is put in a separate category, and there's a separate statute that Congress has written into it. It's called 8 U.S.C. Section 1447 that allows you to sue USCIS if they don't adjudicate your application within 120 days.
And that is called a de novo review.
Right.
And a federal judge, when he does a de novo review, whatever immigration thinks about your case doesn't matter. De novo means new.
Right.
He's going to look at this with brand new, fresh eyes.
Right.
Take me through the process of how is a judge looking at this through brand new, fresh eyes?
It's actually under the law. It's a petition for a hearing before a federal judge. That's legally the request you're making under the complaint. So the application comes back to the federal judge. Once they get the lawsuit, the Department of Justice looks at it and gives them an opportunity. Remand it, send it back down to USCIS to make an immediate decision on the application. If not, then he will go through the application. The Department of Justice works with USCIS, and they bring it back down, and then they adjudicate the application. It's almost an embarrassment to them to have the application pending that long and have a federal judge go through something that should be what the agency is doing.
It's like the quintessential, I'm going to light a fire under your ass.
Absolutely. The biggest fire under that.
That's right. Yeah. So now, you've had clients who went on their naturalization interview.
Right.
And did this de novo review. From the time that they filed the de novo review, it's 120 days and there's no decision. From the time that you filed this de novo review,
yes,
what is the typical turnaround time?
Typically it is adjudicated within 60 days or less.
So, because I know people who have been waiting on their naturalizations for 2 years.
Yes. Right.
And you're telling me that 2 years ago they could have filed a de novo review and they'd be a citizen already for the last year and a half?
Absolutely, yes.
As long as assuming they qualify.
Assuming they qualify, yes.
And you can do a de novo review at any time. It's 120 days after you have an interview and there's no decision, all the way up to the time when they make a decision, and if they make a decision against the weight of the evidence and you are otherwise eligible for citizenship, you can still do a de novo review.
Correct.
Even if you didn't appeal it.
Right, correct.
You actually have 6 years from the time of the denial of your naturalization
correct.
to do a de novo review. So if you had your citizenship denied 3 years ago, you still have 3 more years to do it, right?
To do it, correct, yes. And this is happening a lot with people. The most couple of recent cases I've had, one person was 2 years and 9 months since the interview, no decision. They sent repeated letters to USCIS. Their lawyers sent letters. They had congressional people send letters. Nothing happened. Another client was 3 years. He moved, though, so he thought maybe that was the holdup. But after he had made an info pass and went to USCIS and updated his address, they still didn't adjudicate his application. From lawsuit to him taking an oath was like 7 weeks, I think.
Now, is there ever a time when the federal judge just does the swearing in?
Yes, it's rare occasions where if you decide not to remand it and say I'm going to keep it with the federal judge, then the federal judge
will do it. Now, my opinion is everyone should do a de novo review unless you're looking at automatic deportation. But even if you do a de novo review, they got to review it first before they put you in deportation. Is that correct?
They can't even put you in proceedings until your N-400 application is either administratively closed or denied. So if it's still pending with the federal courts,
you can't be in removal. There are people out there who are deportable.
Right.
but also eligible for citizenship.
Correct.
Because citizenship, what you have to prove is that you have 5 years good moral character, and you do not have an aggravated felony, and you are not presently in deportation. Now, you may have had 2 crimes of moral turpitude 20 years ago that make you a deportable alien.
Right.
But for the last 20 years, you have good moral character. So you would say, okay, I'm going to file my naturalization, but immigration is going to look to deny my citizenship and put me in proceedings.
Correct, yeah.
Sometimes you may say, okay, they're going to take more than 120 days to make that decision.
Right.
So we're going to go on the interview. We know they're going to put you in deportation, but they usually won't do it in 120 days because it's got to go up and down the litigation unit. And then you do a de novo review.
Right.
And now they can't put you in deportation because you're in federal court.
Yes.
Federal judge has to make a decision, and the federal judge is not making a decision to deport you. They're just saying, are you eligible for citizenship or not? You don't remand it back. You just keep it there.
Right.
I presume.
actually had a similar case to that, what you're describing, where I had a client where he was from Jamaica and he had several arrests and convictions, and like a couple of them were marijuana, all in the early 2000s. So this was like 15 years ago. We were doing this in I think 2016 or 17, and the USCIS denied it. He did N336. Then he came to us. We went to federal court, back and forth. We were ready to do it in federal court, and then the service basically decided to remand it, and then they just adjudicated and gave him his citizenship because we were ready to go through in federal court, and they weren't.
So a lot of times, de novo reviews are very helpful to a lot of people, and I think we've learned a lot here.
Right.
And I think what's most important is that you have to take the bull by the horns.
Right.
You can't allow immigration to dictate how your life is when there are ways that you can dictate and push your way into certain situations.
Yes.
And you have an amazing resource here with Abadir, who, by the title of this, loves to sue the government.
Absolutely.
Okay, this man lives for suing the government. Trust me, I work with him every day. So if you have a pending naturalization or your naturalization was denied in the last 6 years and you think you otherwise were eligible for citizenship, you should give Abadir a call.
And I want to add that this is happening more now in this administration than in previous administrations. They would, when you send a letter or request a congressman to follow up on your application, USCIS would move on it. But now, even your run-of-the-mill applications where somebody has held one job, resided in the same residence for the past 5 years, and their application is pretty straightforward. They're taking 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and people are their lives are at a standstill while they wait for their naturalization application to be approved by USCIS, which is not right. So, and I'm telling you, there's legal recourse. You can stand up for your rights, get your application approved, and move on with your life.
Well, thank you very much, Abadir. For all those who need Abadir's services, he's right here at Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465, and he'll be happy to speak with you. Thanks, Abadir.
Thank you,
Great job.
All
right, and for those of you who have not gotten your immigration questions answered, you could always, if you are part of the Brad Squad, follow me on Instagram at @RealBradBernstein, and you can drop me a DM. I'll try to answer your immigration question if I can. If not, I'll tell you to make a consultation. You can also follow at Brad Show Live on Instagram to get the best of our show, our best content, and a little behind the scenes as well. Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yes, you can follow me.
You exist on Instagram?
Huh?
I would never know you exist on Instagram. You rarely post anything.
I rarely post.
It's never. It's like you're a ghost. It's like you're a ghost there.
Or a zombie.
Or a Beetlejuice. Say it 3 times, Brad. Say it one more time.
Actually, yeah, you guys should go to my Instagram right now and actually look at the Insta snaps because you will see how my night went last night. Yeah, follow me at Jonathan Elias TV.
All right, let's do something we like to call social media check-in. What else we got there, Jonathan?
Okay, Nazir saying, just had my interview last Tuesday. The immigration officer approved my I-130 and I-485 on the spot.
Great.
And told us he'll update the status the next day to card being produced.
Great.
But when I checked it the next day, the status still hasn't changed. He even told us that we should be receiving the green card within 2 to 3 weeks.
Don't worry about what it says on the computer. Worry about what the officer said.
Okay. All right. Jennifer saying, my husband is from Jamaica. My brother-in-law co-sponsored him because I didn't make enough. How How come we got notice saying he had to be on the brother's tax return or in his home?
Well, because you did the affidavit of support wrong. So if the brother-in-law doesn't live with you, he does a separate I-864.
Linda saying, my friend's mom petitioned for her for her and her two sisters. They were all approved together, but the NVC only sent two invoices and ID numbers, but one didn't get anything from NVC. So only two got it, but the other didn't get anything from NVC. What's going on?
Magic April, what's going on with the mail, with the NVC?
Because you don't know.
How would I know why you don't get mail? It says, concentrate and ask the question again. That's really what it says.
I think that means consultation.
Consultation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precious Joseph saying, my question for today is my sister's two of her children. My mom and I was the one who was taking care of them. Now my mom passed away. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, but am I able to adopt them? One is 15, the other is 10.
As long as the adoption's completed before 16, yes.
Okay, Raj saying, Brad, first I would like to thank you and your team for this show.
Thank you.
I have one question for you, but about public charge. My wife is a green card holder, got her green card through her father, who came here in the U.S. in diversity visa. She works in one of the stores at Bellevue, Washington, and has insurance from the work, Kaiser Permanente, for profit and not-for-profit entities. We recently had a baby on October 3rd, 2019, and today we got the bill for the hospital. My question is it considered public charge if we take the hospital financial assistance program help, because we may qualify for that? We make less than $50,000, but scared of public charge rule in case it goes in effect in the future.
Well, if you file the adjustment already or you have a green card, don't worry about the new rule. Take it.
Nice. JN saying, hey guys, love your show. You guys are fantastic. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
My name is Jay. I have a question. I got married this year in January, and my marriage didn't work out well. I got abused. I already have a pending I-485, received the EAD a week ago. Now, when would be the ideal time to submit the I-360 VAWA?
Now.
After filing VAWA, am I able to travel and advance parole?
Yes, you can get advanced parole as long as you have a pending adjustment.
All right. Erica saying, I have a friend whose father is a citizen. My friend is on a visitor's visa, but his dad didn't sign for him at birth. What's the average time process would take for him to get his green card? My friend's dad is also process of filing for his wife as well.
I don't know, 18 months?
Okay, and the last one for now is Erica saying, Damon saying, my 10-year-old son is in Jamaica. If my citizen wife files for him, can he still travel on his visitor's visa?
He can, but he may have a problem at the airport, so be very wary.
All right.
With that, Jonathan, you were out on the street testing unsuspecting passersby. They were unsuspecting.
Was I?
I guess they were unsuspecting.
They
were passing by.
Yes.
On their knowledge of wacky laws around the globe. Let's play along and see if anyone gets the answers right.
What's up, Brad Squad? This is Jonathan Elias out here in the beautiful New York City. It's a great day to play another game of wackiest laws from around the world. So I'm going to test some New Yorkers, and I want you guys to play along as well. Let's see if you guys can get 100%. You probably won't, because I didn't, but let's see how good you do. Let's go. All right, how you doing?
Pretty good. What about you?
I'm amazing. Where are you from?
I'm from France.
Oh, all right. So you ready to play wackiest laws from around the world?
Sure. Let's give it a try.
All right. Are you ready to play some of the wackiest laws from around the world?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. You ready to play the game? You eating your donut, huh? All right. You guys ready to play?
Willing, able, and ready.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Ready, willing, and able. I love it. Now, number one, when you're in Russia, you could be fined if what is too dirty? A, your car. B, your face. C, your language. D, your shoes.
That's a language.
Language. Car. Language.
It is your car. You can get fined if your car is too dirty.
I need to think wacky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, you're going to be fined if you're riding around dirty, or actually in an actual dirty car in Russia. So don't have a dirty car. What's the most amount of potatoes you can own at once in Western Australia? Is it A, 10 pounds, B, 80 pounds, C, 110 pounds, or D, 265 pounds?
80?
It's gotta be D. It's the one that sounds the most random.
C.
I think it's 80 pounds.
10 pounds.
It is 110 pounds. You're not allowed to own over 110 pounds of potatoes in Western Australia. It's part of the Marketing Potatoes Act that was passed in 1946. In England, what can't you handle suspiciously? A, a flashlight. B, salmon. C, a book. D, your mail.
It's a
flashlight. Mail?
salmon. Flashlight?
It is actually salmon. In England, you cannot handle salmon suspiciously because if you do, it might show that it's been illegally fished. This is part of the Salmon Act of 1986 and it applies to salmon, trout, eels, lampreys, smell, and freshwater fish. This brings a new meaning to something smells fishy. All right, in Hong Kong, an ancient law says a wife is allowed to kill her husband if she catches him cheating, but only with a specific murder weapon. What is that weapon? A, a santoku knife. B, her bare hands. C, a 9mm gun. Or D, a frying pan.
A.
I'd say her bare hands. That would be kind of...
The knife. Okay, how about you?
C. Knife.
I thought that. It's her bare hands. In Hong Kong, your wife could kill you, but only with her bare hands, so don't be cheating. In Switzerland, what pet is it illegal to own just one of? So you have to have two or more. A, a rat. B, a dog. C, a cat. Or D, guinea pig.
A dog.
Cat. Cat. Guinea pig.
It's a guinea pig?
It is a guinea pig. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just one guinea pig because they're prone to loneliness. Actually, there's a rent-a-guinea pig service called Priska Kung that lets you borrow one of their guinea pigs if one of yours unexpectedly dies and you're found breaking the law by owning just one. Who would have thought? I think you should get this. If you're waiting on a train in France, what aren't you allowed to do? A, chew gum. B, talk on the phone. C, kiss. Or D, eat.
I'd say talk on the phone.
Eat.
Eat. C.
Yeah, you cannot kiss. You're the only one that got that right. In the city of love of France, you cannot kiss while waiting for trains, and this is to eliminate delays. So this only goes if the train is actually at the station. In Samoa, what is it illegal to forget? A, a job interview. B, a DMV appointment. C, your wife's birthday. Or D, your keys.
Your wife's birthday. C.
Your wife's birthday.
Your wife's birthday.
I'll say your wife's birthday.
Just cuz, and you got it, just cuz. You can forget your job interview, your keys, even your DMV appointment in Samoa. But one thing you cannot forget is your spouse's birthday. Well, there you have it, another fun and wacky game of some of the weirdest laws around the world. I hope you guys enjoyed that and at least learned a little something. You know not to hold a salmon suspiciously in England, all right? Back to the studio.
Ooh. Dude, I was trying to text my friend in England to let go of the salmon before he gets arrested. I was trying to give him some legal advice.
Yeah.
He says, I have some salmon, but I'm walking around with it a little suspiciously. I said, throw it away! Throw the salmon away, please!
I saw how serious you were.
I was
in
very
that
serious. I'm like,
text.
don't... I said the word, you know. I was getting angry.
Right.
Don't F with the salmon! All right, we have speed round. Supposedly we have a speed round. 10 questions in 90 seconds.
We can do this.
10 seconds in 10 seconds. 90 questions.
No.
90 questions in 10 seconds.
No.
The answer to all of them is 3.
Yeah. I-130.
Can you imagine? Like, Brad, I've been I would like to get my green card and blah, 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 but I'm having problems, and then I got married. The answer's 3. 3. Three. Are you sure? Yes, 3.
Yes. All right, so we ready?
Yeah.
Bookie Boo says, hey, Brad, if someone did a misrepresentation, how do you fix it, and should you fix it before
File
the
a waiver.
interview? Linda says, if you live in another country for your birth, do you have to get police clearance from your birth country?
Every
of
place
living
you've
now?
lived for more than 6 months after the 16th birthday.
Alicia says, can you provide update on medical deferred action?
I can, but not in 90 seconds.
Stacy Ann says, after you file your AOS and do your biometrics, how long do you wait to get a work permit?
3 to 6 months.
Honey says, how long after biometrics is medical?
You bring it to the interview.
Denisha saying, are they still going backwards, meaning last in, first out?
As far as I'm aware.
Alicia says, do you process SIJs?
Yes.
Stacy says, after you file an AOS and do your biometrics, how long do you wait until you get a work permit?
3 to 6 months.
Osman said, what happened if I lost my refugee travel document before naturalization interview?
If you need it and travel, apply for a new one.
Cariato saying, how long can you wait for asylum?
Anywhere from a day to
Let's do
7
another.
years.
Shireen says, after you send in your I-130 papers, how long do you have to wait to hear from them?
It depends on who's sponsoring you, but it could be months or years depending on who's
Let's
sponsoring
do another. Funmayo saying, good evening. Can I apply for a new job and get hired if my EAD card and driver license is expired?
Yeah, but you're working illegally.
All right. I was like, let's just keep on going.
Until they told us it was done. Wait, I have breaking news.
Ooh.
Here's breaking news. You ready for breaking news?
Are you going to do it?
Yes. I just got breaking news.
Okay.
The reason why everybody's waiting so long for their interviews. Hot off the press.
Oh, my God. It's so hot. How are you even holding it?
DONALDTRUMP. What an ass. Da-da-da. What a jerk. Da-da-da. Put in any negative word you want. What? All right.
Throw in all the negative words you want.
Comments of the day.
Comments of the day.
Comments
right here.
of the day are there.
All right, our first comment of the day comes from Linda Shaw on Facebook saying, please tell your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, and a friend, Brad is on.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We like
tell
it,
them all.
yes.
And your neighbor. And your neighbor's neighbor.
Yes.
All right, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, says, the best show in the universe. Love it so much. Very informative and important not to miss because you learn so much and you can benefit from it.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
so
good.
don't miss
very
it.
Very good, very good.
All right, Don Harriet say, no, Brad. This is talking about your eligibility. No, Brad, you are very eligible and young and very handsome. You definitely need a girlfriend. Go for her, Brad. Ooh. We like that. We like that one.
Thank you.
Eligible, young, and very handsome.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm
Not
young.
old.
I'm young, I'm single, and I love to mingle.
But you're not.
But I'm not.
You are young, but you're not single.
I am
or
not
loving.
single.
But
and
you do love to mingle.
I do
but
not like to mingle.
You like to mingle
no,
if you're
I
single.
don't. I am not single, and I'm not young. There's nothing true in that statement. Okay.
All right, we have one from Christopher Fulton. Said, dudes, every time you guys say Alexa, my entire house goes to smart mode. Because my wife and I are listening on loudspeakers.
That is not true. Alexa, please raise the volume in Christopher's house. Alexa, please make it as loud as possible.
Alexa, please pay Jonathan's first month's rent.
Yeah,
it's November 1st.
That's right. Alexa, shut the lights off in Christopher's house.
And play some slow jams for you and your wife. All right, guys, our last comment of the day. All right. From RJ saying, yo, may I have this shirt? I'll wash it. Please leave it at the front desk. Thanks in advance. I actually, no, this is one of my special shirts.
You got that on a Brad Show Live shoot.
You know what's crazy? I got this at the Jerk Fest. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Shooting for you.
Right. Spicy food.
Spicy food.
Not people we don't like.
Yes.
Right?
What? What's that?
Jerk.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on.
Yes. Well, that's it.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. And we're feeling real froggy.
It's Friday. Oh, yeah. Well, Jilly Bean goes spicy food and spicy baby boy.
Oh, there you go.
Spicy baby boy. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Take care. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.